Oh, these drinks. It says we. It's the language of relationships. We. The cups say we, Jeffrey.
Lou, what was I just saying in the car?
What?
So I'm at the point now where I am
Pronouns manner?
tight, huh?
We is a pronoun.
Okay, well, maybe it wasn't correlating the way I thought.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
No, I was just telling Lutasha, I'm at the point now where I'm tired of being single, but I don't know if I'm ready for the responsibility of a relationship.
So you're basically agreeing to everything that me and Lulu have been saying for all these episodes.
What?
Literally that.
Y'all said I don't love.
No, that's not what we said. You keep on rewriting history. We keep saying that we know you love love and you're in denial about how much you want it.
The first time y'all didn't believe I love.
Jeffrey.
That is not true.
That's not true at all. It's on camera, friend. It's on
Yeah,
camera.
I know it's on camera. The first time y'all didn't believe me. Y'all do now.
No,
but
we
first
always,
time.
okay, me and Lulu are clear. We're going to let you work through that in therapy. It's good to be back.
Dang, I wish I would have got a stir for y'all drink because now the club soda's sitting on top of the alcohol.
Oh, so I'm going to get fucked up towards the end of this cup.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, sounds like a date.
So
All right.
Slippery slope.
Slippery slope. That's a nice toast.
A blood orange white sangria.
Ooh.
I made it. I played around with a couple of different fruits. I put some ginger, some blood oranges, some lime, lemon, apple, strawberries.
But we got to fist it to taste all the flavors together.
Just give it a little swirl. Don't do it too hot because it might spill out, but just give it a little swirl.
I don't think anything happened. All right, what are we toasting to? We're toasting to reunited, and it feels so good.
Cheers. Uh-oh.
Cheers.
Far away. Okay.
Sorry, I'm being pulled by my cord today.
Your leash.
Oh, this is
My leash, right.
This is delicious. For those of you who are hearing our voices and or seeing our faces, we're back, bitches. Yay! Woo-hoo! After many, many weeks of being gone and many, many weeks of people texting me, Blue, have you moved to New York? No, I have not moved to New York. I still live in Los Angeles, California. We are back with Lulu and Jeffrey in the studio. Look at that.
Ew.
I pimped myself out and made some money in New York and came back and brought it home.
Ew.
Like I said I would. So what have you guys been up to? We're going to start off with Lulu because Lulu, at this point, we need a tracker on your ankle. Where have you been, Carmen Sandiego?
Child, I went to Switzerland.
It's giving rich. First of all, she said I went to Switzerland, then looked around the room to see, do these niggas know what that means?
Okay.
One more time.
No.
Back. I
First
went
thing-
to Switzerland.
When she got back, first thing I said was, "Did you get some chocolate?" Because that's all I know.
She went with the chocolate. Master Splinter, uh-huh.
No, I
no.
didn't.
It wasn't with Master Splinter?
No. I went with my brother.
She took my betrothed.
Oh, your beloved. I think your brother watched the show and was
Like-
like, Jeffrey's lusting. I can't be on the show.
We gonna have what Diaria got going on.
So you went with your brother to Switzerland.
Correct.
Because you're a rich doctor brother?
Yes.
Your rich, handsome doctor brother who's single and tall?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, just want to get the audience on board.
Don't get no ideas, Blue.
Right.
Jeffrey, don't get no ideas. I thought he was your betrothed. Okay. How long were you over there for?
We were there for 8 days.
You moved to Switzerland.
It was lovely.
Who paid for that? I'm sorry, that is so rude. You know when something sounds so rich that you start getting rude? Never mind. I don't even want to know on camera. Tell me off camera, friend.
I'll tell you later.
So 8 days is a long time.
Yeah, we actually have a cousin who lives out there, and we have been meaning to visit him. So it was really fun to see him. I haven't actually seen him in person in like 4 or 5 years, so it was nice.
So the whole
right
family's
before
rich.
the pandemic, or
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe then I keep forgetting the pandemic was 4 years ago, and it feels like 2. So it was probably like 6 years ago then.
Oh,
So,
damn.
yeah.
Damn. I heard somewhere that 1936 is as far from 1980 as we are from 1980, and that made me feel like Beelzebub. Like, think about that.
Baby, let me tell you, when I be filling things out online now, you got to scroll down to your year of birth.
Yeah, why am I scrolling
Like,
so much?
Can I just type it in?
Right, like it's like the price is right. You just like
Let me just type it in. Y'all don't even shit. It hurts my feelings.
So you went to Japan with your boo and then Switzerland with your rich brother.
Yes.
To go see your other rich family members.
Yes.
You were living the dream. I'm happy that you still coming to the show. We can't afford Lulu. She's just here as part of community service. Thank you.
oh my gosh. It was really Switzerland is really nice. Like it's a beautiful country. We were like in some of the more country towns. We didn't spend a ton of time in Zurich, which is like the capital and the biggest city.
Where all the money gets funneled through. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was so good to like go to the mountains. The air is so brisk. Everything is so clean. Like it was really good.
Could a fat person survive in Switzerland? I feel like you have to be fit for your lungs not to explode.
Well, you were walking everywhere. Like we were averaging like over 15,000 steps a day. So you probably won't even be fat because you'd be
That's
walking
true.
How
everywhere.
was the food?
The food was good. They have like their chocolate is really big, cheese and sausage. So,
So you eat like a fat person, then you walk 15,000 miles, and
Just start it out.
exactly.
that makes sense.
It wasn't a ton of fat people, so like
It's
we
like
got it in.
Amsterdam. They
Yeah.
walk and bike everywhere.
No, I
Yeah.
remember I used to summer in Amsterdam, and all I remember is I was always high as a kite. Like no, seriously, I see Amsterdam in blurry shapes. I know I had a good time. I kept on going back, but Amsterdam is a good time, especially in late July around Pride. You ain't gotta be gay to enjoy it. It's
I've
cute.
never been to Amsterdam.
We should do a
went
special
in
episode of
August.
Humanized in Amsterdam. Look, we're going everywhere. International Humanized. You are
I'm for
human.
that now.
Nashville.
You think I'm playing? I'm manifesting my ass off lately. Seriously. We'll get into that in a second. How about you, Jeffrey? What you been up to?
I
What's the eye looking for nub in all the right places?
in all the wrong. Trust me.
Are
the
you still a
wrong
side
places.
piece? Has that changed since the last time I saw you?
Now you put his business out.
He put it out 3 episodes ago.
Oh, okay,
He
okay.
did a whole episode about I'm everybody's favorite side piece. I'm like, damn.
Still there. That's part of the problem. Last couple weeks has been work, and then last week I just took like a just random Easter adult spring break vacation.
To where?
Dallas. Popped in Dallas, Atlanta, and New York. And I saw family while I was there. Had great food. I brought back some sticky wings from New York, all the way back to LA.
You went to New York just for some wings.
Because I went straight from my, before I went to the airport, I went straight to BBQs. I had the ones I ate there, and then I boxed up some to go, and I brought the things right back to LA.
So Jeffrey's gonna be staying with me when he comes to New York. Lulu has more rich family she can stay with. But like, Jeffrey, are you gonna just be eating in the room?
Yes. It is ritual for me. Now, listen, I know Dallas BBQs. I know what New Yorkers say about it. I know how everybody feels about it. If you've been, it is a ritual for me. I never go to New York, and it's either when I go in or when I'm leaving, I am stopping at BBQs. I'm getting my sticky wings, my fries, and my Texas-sized drink.
I have not been to BBQ since 2007. I didn't know it was still open.
So I used to.
Oh, you're
go,
into Fat Boys coming. I love it. Yes. Let's talk about chicken.
Wherever I would go to New York, like my thing to just, how something like everybody know you there, just get everybody together. I'd be like, y'all meet me at BBQs. Everybody living there be like, why are we going? But then get right over there and all the table full of nothing but sticky wings. Everybody eating.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. In fact, Jeffrey, I'm thinking maybe I could, throw you some dollars, like my favorite side piece, to like cook something small, not anything major, for the dinner as like a
What dinner?
No, we're gonna get an
Oh,
Airbnb.
I was like, wait, is something planned?
No.
He's like, now wait a minute.
The plan was simply to shoot the episode and then go back to the Airbnb for dinner.
Okay.
But I would love to shoot some content of you cooking at the Airbnb in New York with the skyline and make it cute.
That would be cute.
Or we can go to BBQs and get
No,
drunk.
I'm not going to BBQs for my birthday. I'm not doing
Oh, yeah. Oh, we would do the show on your birthday. Oh, okay.
You know why I want to work on my birthday? I've never worked on my birthday my entire life. But back in October, I think, I did an episode with Carlos King, and it went viral. It did so well. And at the end of the episode, we were laughing about Kim Kardashian being a Libra. And he said, oh, I'm a Libra too. In fact, today's my birthday. I said, Carlos, you're shooting a podcast with me on my birthday? He said, Blue, I'm living my dream on my birthday. Like that, it's a privilege to be able to do the thing that I love on my birthday.
Oh, I love that.
And I had never thought of it that way. I'd
Yeah.
always seen work as like erg, but I'm literally doing work where I'm self-employed.
Sure.
So the idea of doing a podcast episode on my birthday, surrounded with my co-stars that I love so much, in a city that's dragging me back despite my best efforts, just seems like a really great time.
I agree. I think it's a great way to think about it.
While I was saying that, Jeffrey just spilled his drink all over his.
Well, I didn't spill the drink, just the ice. Luckily, I downed the drink, but it was just the ice.
You're a clumsy alcoholic.
Right, I'm like, he's been overserved already. We just started.
I'm having issues over here, so I keep like, it's just.
Jeffrey, put the cord behind your neck.
No, I can't short. It's too short.
Oh, it's too short.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's too short. So I keep catching on my watch.
And I feel like this cord at your feet.
This cord is in my feet. Like,
But you guys, it's Mercury retrograde. So please don't.
No, really?
Yes.
I ain't seen her in a while.
I know. She comes 3 times a year.
And I wanted to refill my cup.
Okay, refill it, but please don't be like Final Destination. This is how it ends. Get backwards and hang it.
Because maybe your feet, this cord can go behind your feet.
Okay.
Ooh, child. Mercury retrograde she's
at a
that
time.
girl. But here's the thing about Mercury retrograde. She just tells you to slow down and make sure you mean it before you say it or do it. That's all. So as long as you slow down, our producer Aaron's gonna help us.
Right.
We appreciate you.
I thought Aaron's about to start pouring cocktails.
I thought
I
Aaron
did
was
too.
gonna pour.
I
Aaron,
thought
you
he
want
was going
some?
to fix my drink. Yeah, Aaron.
Aaron,
It's a cup right there.
Aaron, you can get a cup. Fix him and yourself a drink, Aaron. It's a family affair.
Stick your face in camera one over here and wave so they know we're not crazy.
Oh, wow. He said, stick your face. I said, Jeffrey, where is this going? This is not on the
Like, don't tell Aaron to do nothing. We gonna have sexual harassment.
Right. We have no legal counsel. All right. Oh, because Aaron is doing it. He's not switching the camera so they can't see.
Let me
Aaron,
tell you.
switch it to Jeffrey so they can see Jeffrey and you. He's going to switch to Jeffrey real quick.
I'm gonna pour you a little bit more.
Oh, wait, the camera went out.
Oh, here we go.
Is the audio still in?
Okay, that's just the TV.
Oh, it's just the
Oh,
TV.
okay, this is TV, okay.
We're like, oh no, show over.
Baby, you brought Mercury retrograde back with you.
You're giving me too much
He
credit.
brought it
There we
from
go.
New
All
York.
right,
I
so
didn't
wait,
bring.
we can't. We
Aaron,
on
show your
this
face. Say hi,
camera.
Aaron. Show
There
everybody
we go.
your
Yes,
beautiful
put it
face.
Between me
there.
and Lou, there we go.
He's biracial. He's
Biracial.
biracial, girl. Oh, I love it. The joke here on Humanized when we were in LA.
Ladies, do y'all need a refill while I got it open?
Absolutely. Since we up here giving Aaron extra drinks, hold on. Our favorite producers on the show, the joke is they're both biracial. So I don't know if we have like a thing happening on the show. It just shows that we love and embrace all forms of blackness. There we go. All right, so let's not drink as fast as Jeffrey because Jeffrey drank and started dropping stuff, Lulu. Let's not follow too hard in his footsteps.
Fair enough.
Also,
it's the end, so it's actually we got a little wine over here too.
ooh, if they got some fruit, I'll chew on that too. No, you guys, this is our first episode back. We are not going to be dizzy drunk. In the
You're
first
like,
episode.
this is how it starts.
By the way, I have not drank since Bridget's bachelorette party.
Oh,
Look at y'all.
it makes one of us.
That makes
Right.
she was like, I was sloshing through Switzerland. All right, so now that we have basically talked about the fact that we are going to do Lulu, I'm manifesting you coming.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about lodging. You're going to stay in a beautiful brownstone. Me and Jeffrey are going to be in the trenches in Brooklyn in a nice, well,
I mean,
we're not going to be in the trenches. I'm too bougie.
it's always somebody to call. Just who do I want to put up with?
Ooh, okay.
That's,
Listen, the American side piece always got a place to
that's
stay.
the thing. It's like
Wow,
when you
wait a minute. You're America's side piece. What are you, fried chicken?
Well, I don't know if the ones in other cities are partnered up.
Has that ever stopped you before, Fred?
No, that's what I'm
Never.
saying. I can't say if I'm America's side piece. Right now I'm saying
Oh,
LA.
wow.
So
America's Side Piece is a contender for the name of this episode. Welcome to America's Next Top Side Piece.
is
In
that
my
bringing
hand.
the karma, like the badge, because Mercury is now in retrograde? Is it bringing like bad karma that I am participating in this?
You're asking this now only because of Mercury? Wait a minute. This home wrecker said, is Mercury in retrograde a bad time to wreck homes? I think every day's a bad time to be a home wrecker. What kind of fucking question is that?
Technically, it may not be wrecking homes. Both partners might be aware.
Might is the devil's playground. Might be aware. If I had wings, I might be able to fly, Jeffrey. What does that really mean?
It means I don't want to ask because I want to be involved. So
Oh my God.
That's why he's America's side piece.
Okay, Jeffrey, we're gonna have a special code word for on your bedroom door when we get the Airbnb. So if I see a sock, that means me and my company
Yeah.
will leave you and your company alone. Oh, Jeffrey, this is gonna be so fun.
She don't know how fast I'm moving.
Right. Gotta be quicker than that.
Gotta be all right.
Oh, we Jeffrey go pew pew pew.
Right.
Okay, so we're manifesting, guys. You're gonna see it. We're manifesting that Humanized is gonna take the show on the road to New York. We're gonna have a great time. Jeffrey and I are gonna get an Airbnb. Lulu, if you end up crashing on the couch because you just don't want to leave the fun.
Because I can't go all the way back to Harlem from Brooklyn.
I mean,
Right.
I mean,
Oof.
maybe it could be a summer party.
In New York, Ubers is $300 a trip.
They
No,
really
seriously, I
are.
spent $150 on one Uber.
That's
going
nuts.
from Long Island to the airport.
It's not surprising. I'm literally not surprised at all.
That's why I'm saying I prefer Jeffrey to be in the house with me. So he's like, Blue, I'm stranded. Send me an Uber. No, just be in the house, boys. We're gonna find an Airbnb. Now we have to pivot to hot topics because it's been weeks and weeks and weeks. Beyonce.
Running through the river.
Oh, okay. So you did listen,
Riverdance is probably at the top of
and
my.
you're smiling because you can't lie well.
Oh yeah.
So so you like Cowboy Carter?
It's a good out. It's like she did a amazing, not even great. She did an amazing job with this album.
I'm so relieved.
I gotta say, I
I'm
enjoyed
so
it.
relieved. I was scared Jeffrey's gonna be like, I haven't listened to it. What's the next topic?
No,
I'm so
I was
happy.
gonna give it a listen. You know, it's funny too. I didn't really listen to Texas Hold'em in 16 Carriages for the last 2 or so months while they've been out.
Yeah.
And next to Riverdance, 16 Carriages is actually like my favorite song.
Oh wow!
Because I wasn't listening to it these last couple of months, so it's like kind of new to me.
It's only been like since the Super Bowl, so it's been like
Super
a
Bowl,
month.
2 months, February,
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah, that's amazing. How about you, Lulu? Have you listened to it?
I have listened to it. Well, like Beyonce can really do no wrong in my opinion. Like
a genius.
And she's a genius, and I feel like everything is so calculated, and I just love how she literally bucks the system every opportunity she gets. Like anytime she's on a huge platform, she's gonna remind these white people
Who the fuck she
that
is.
she's a Banji bitch from
Louisiana.
Louisiana, honey, a bandy bitch. First of all, let's talk about Jolene. Let's get into the first thing, right?
So that,
Jeffrey, you have strong foot. I didn't even get the question out.
that is actually, of all the entire album, that's my least favorite.
Because you are Jolene. Right. So, y'all heard it here. Home
'cause
records
see,
across
Jolene-
America hate Jolene.
Jolene was in
You
there
are
trying to-
Jolene,
Dude.
Jeffrey.
Jolene was trying to take that man. I ain't trying to take dude.
The semantics of it all. So Jeffrey does not like the Jolene song because he got his ass beat.
It's a little close to home.
I can say I don't like it. It's just my least favorite.
We know why,
of the
Jeffrey.
tracks on the album.
So this is where the subconscious versus the conscious comes in. I know you struggle with
Oh
that.
no, because Jolene ain't a new song. That's why Jolene ain't a new song. I've known
Yes,
Jolene
Jeffrey,
forever.
we have Wi-Fi. We all know that Jolene's
That's
a new
why I'm
song.
like,
I
yeah,
love how you
no.
act like breaking news. In the 1600s, we all know Jolene's not new. But her version, Jolene gets her ass beat.
Oh, I guess I haven't listened to it that deep.
Oh, because you felt triggered.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
All I know is a side piece is being talked too crazy, and y'all not finna catch me in the street.
I ain't worried about it.
You were not worried about
Ain't
it?
worried about it.
What was your? I know your favorite song was Riverdance.
Riverdance.
What was your favorite song?
Probably Levi's.
Ooh, Levi jeans.
Levi
Baby,
jeans,
listen,
yeah.
that Miley collab was
I
great.
love the Miley
but
collab.
I was not prepared for that Post Malone.
Me
Levi.
either.
Like,
Yeah.
that Miley, y'all know I love. 23 Miley is my favorite Miley.
Yeah.
But not 23-year-old Miley, 23 album Miley
Uh-huh.
is my favorite Miley. But that Levi jeans, baby.
I
That was my
love so
favorite.
many songs. I also loved it when you could tell. Here's the thing for those who don't have Wi-Fi, because this is also heavily talked about. And the funny thing about Beyonce is everybody thinks they got the tea, and all the tea is old. So I'm like, everybody knows this, but she did this album before Renaissance.
Yes, it was supposed to come out first.
It was supposed to come out first, and so because this album is 5 years old, I love how that last bit you could feel the Renaissance approaching.
Yeah.
You can feel Renaissance approaching towards the end, like when you get to Paschetti, because you know some people can't say spaghetti. When you get to Spaghetti and Yaya and all those other
You get to
songs,
pasta.
the pasta. When you get to those songs, you can feel the Renaissance in the pit of her belly about to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, everybody and their mother has speculated about the Rock album being the third one. I personally am praying that it is true, because you know Beyonce. My friend Ike, he was like, everybody's talking about Beyonce doing the Rock album so much, we're ruining surprise. Watch her come out with like bachata or like reggaeton just to fuck us
An
over.
interpretive dance album.
Right. She's like, oh, y'all want to ruin the surprise? Surprise, surprise.
Right.
So
No,
I'm praying it really stays rock.
It's got salt on Twitter, and I listened myself. But if you play the albums back to back, the way Amen, the last track, flows into I'm That Girl, it works. But then also, so I made a playlist with Act 1 and Act 2, and the way some of the songs mix into each other, like Sweet Honey Buckin' and Pure Honey, the way they mix into each other, it's like,
They're saying, she said it was intentional. She said somebody in the press that the acts are supposed to play well together.
Yeah.
Whether it's doing them in a certain order or intermingling them. Do you understand the level of artistry it takes to create that kind of multi-layered musical
Yeah.
experience in 3 different acts and 3 different genres?
That's crazy.
I just don't want to work that hard.
Jesus Christ. And he's back.
That's why I appreciate it, because I'm like, ooh, she works hard. I don't want to work that hard.
That's why he's side piece, because he don't want to work hard in a relationship.
That's true. But the funny thing is, in relationships, Jeffrey, it comes effortlessly to you once you're in. It's the getting in that's hard for you, but once you're in, it's like natural for you.
Right, and that's why I said I'm tired of being single, but I don't know if I'm ready to
You know what would have to happen to you? What usually happens to me is a
get
relationship.
locked in without asking.
No, yeah, no,
That's what
seriously.
happened.
That's what happens.
That's
Back
how-
you into a corner.
like, oh. So we go together? Yeah, real bad.
Real bad.
No, I feel like Lulu kind of got surprised by a relationship.
I did.
I feel like I'm being surprised by something. I don't know what to call it yet. I feel like you're about to be surprised by something. I feel like all of us cannot know too much.
Well, you know what?
What?
At the end of the day,
Uh-oh.
it's the end of the day.
Okay, Glorilla. Yeah,
Let me tell you, I am a Glorilla fan. I love me
Glorilla.
some
I'm
Glorilla.
so happy I don't have to denounce her. She's not voting for Trump.
Baby, they
I'm
was
so
asking that
relieved.
girl about, were you trying to help Biden get the vote out? I don't know nothing about that. I was sitting there saying I'm living my life like it's golden.
Right, because at the end of the day, the day gonna end. I mean, that's better than Sweetie with, I know that's right. After you showed us you couldn't read. Now, this is a topic, we talk about how much Beyonce is brilliant. You know who else is brilliant, but you wouldn't know it from the latest promo tour he's on? Gerard Carmichael, let's get into it.
Wait, no. I watched the reality show. It was. I'm a Gerard fan.
Can I set it up? You,
Okay.
you love to not
He
let me
said he
explain.
wasn't brilliant. I got offended.
The sentence wasn't done. we could have done a production meeting.
triggered.
I did. 'Cause I was like, wait.
So here's the thing about Gerard. Now you got me forgetting to say his name. So this drink, Jeffrey, I don't know what's in here, but I'm not
Liquor.
sipping.
Liquor.
I haven't had liquor in weeks. My heavens. So Gerard Carmichael is brilliant. He's a brilliant comedian who had a comedy special called Rothaniel that did really well. He did it in the style of Dave Chappelle, where he was being very introspective, telling stories, being moody, letting the jokes breathe. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you felt like crying, and it did really, really well. Now here's the thing that happens with production. Something I've learned from being in editorial spaces. When you do something from the heart that goes well organically, production, editorial team, whoever the powers that be, will now force you to do a more heavy-handed version because they're like, oh, if a little bit made money, let's do a lot of it. So the beautiful and tender way that he sprinkled in his coming out story naturally has now become into a very heavy-handed, gay, I'm gay, gay, gay. And I'm just like, I don't think that's him. I don't think that, because when left to his own devices, he does it beautifully. And so I've been talking to several people about Gerard Carmichael and his comedy special and how they're only pimping out him being rejected by a man who's saying I'm big straight. And my friend Bridget said she thinks it's dangerous to keep on showing a black man being seen as a pathetic or sympathetic or like just sad character in his coming out story because he's so brilliant, to your point, Jeffrey. He's so good at what he does. The positioning of the promo is kind of pathetic and not fair to his talent. So my question is, at what point are you selling your truth versus pimping your narrative? Because I think Gerard Carmichael has started a really big debate with people. And I'll even show you guys a picture of the promo they have. I have a friend who
In the bathroom with his underwear.
I have a friend
His tighty whities.
who's in New York, and he was like, yo, as a straight man who is actually a fan of his, I feel bad for other gay men who don't have the money for this not to be a bad look for them, because it'd be one thing if this was one sliver. This is a great snapshot, and I'm gonna show the snapshot on the somewhere probably in the video of him in his underwear just kind of looking kind of lost. What do y'all think about the responsibility of coming out for yourself, but also recognizing a lot of gay black men stand on his shoulders watching what he's doing and how he's being portrayed? It's a layered question. You know, we're back.
I personally think that.
Oh, did you watch the show, by the way?
I didn't watch all of it.
Okay.
I watched the Tyler Creator clip, and I saw like some other clips like with him and his mom, and I've not seen the full thing. Is all of it out right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it all? I thought it was only
No,
one
the
episode.
the first episode's
yeah,
out.
the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and I don't know. I've never done a reality show, so I do not know. But I feel like sometimes
We're back.
it becomes like a runaway train.
Yeah.
So I think that like maybe he intended it to be like one way, and then also the way they edit it, and he didn't probably have. I'm sure he didn't probably negotiate final
cut. Yeah.
final cut, and so I wonder if it still possibly could have been the way that he intended. And because of the powers that be, they want to create a certain narrative or make it look a certain way and be like gay, 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 that he was like, this is not even what I'm meant to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt because he is an intelligent guy. So I feel like he probably had a vision for how he wanted it to look and how he wanted it to come out. And I don't know if the point was necessarily conveyed. So
Yeah.
that's my thoughts.
I mean, that's my thought too. Like, you can be brilliant, but by the time all the hands touch your project, your baby looks different. You're like, that's not even my kid.
Exactly.
What do you think, Jeffrey, as somebody who watched it and is a gay black man who can speak to how you feel about watching how it was portrayed?
So I didn't even know he had the reality show coming out. I thought it was actually just another stand-up special. So when I turned it on, and I'm like, oh, this is like a reality show. You know, I watched it, and I watched it twice. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed it because for me, it was just kind of, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, you know, when you say something, half of the world agrees with you, half of the world disagrees with you. Like you were saying, even one guy said as a straight man, he felt a certain way, you know, you feel a certain way. But also at the same time, as I watched it, I found so many things relatable from my own experience. And with Gerard Carmichael from Rothaniel, when he talked about how his coming out was and everything, I'm like, I feel like he's in this space now where he is like, I don't care what nobody thinks about me, what y'all got to say about me. This is who I am, and I can be who I want to be, and I'm just living it on camera for y'all.
No, that's a very fair assessment. And I think what's interesting is it's like there's some things in the marginalized community we know not to say out in public because they're not safe. So even the people that I've talked to, nobody had a problem with the content. They had a problem with if they felt it was safe to be that open in that heavy-handed of a way for a mainstream audience who doesn't, who's now seeing it overshadowing your actual talent. It'd be one thing if he'd been out for a long time and he was maybe on his 6th or 7th comedy special and he was a household name and him being gave like an extra slice of us seeing behind the scenes. But there are many people who didn't even know who he was until Rothaniel. And now they're watching this, and so to them, he's just the gay comic now. He's not a good comic. He's not a funny comic. The Gerard Carmichael show never happened for them. They just see him as a gay person. And so I often wonder how much is it too soon to share too much of when you're presenting yourself to an audience that is not part of the community who knows to see themselves in it. Because a gay black man is going to be like, oh, this is relatable. But a straight person who just thought he was funny on SNL is going to be like, whoa, what's going on? And I as a I say queer, but people always laugh at me because I date men now. But
And we're back.
and we're back. I, as a queerish person, right, I always know that I have to make it a point to insert my queerness into conversations because I don't present as queer, so I don't want it to be swept under the rug because I want the people to know that I'm still representing them. I think he might be having the opposite thing where folks are like, is he just gay though? Is that all he does is talk about being gay? And the Tyler quote, that clip made him look so vulnerable. But it's a punchline, and he's the punchline. He's not telling the joke anymore. He's the punchline in that clip. How did y'all feel about that unrequited love clip in particular?
I've been there. Like it didn't feel like a punchline. It didn't feel like, ooh, cut, like go to something else. Like I've been in an awkward situation where it's like, oh. Now I might have been the Tyler in the situation.
Right. I'm big straight.
Not big straight, but just I'm not into you.
Yeah. Damn.
But
you ugly.
But
Real ugly.
Real ugly.
I can't stand these two newcomers.
You can't say this for knowing our friend. Love you.
I love you, ladies. But
Love us with an H.
to
I
go
love you.
to go to what you were saying at the same time, it is at a space I feel like of why does God, what's his name? Gerard Carmichael. Why does my life have to make you comfortable?
That's true.
Because mainstream, in the 90s, you couldn't be gay and successful. Music, TV,
Sure,
film,
yeah.
anything. You know, we saw even with Lil Nas X when he came out with Old Town Road, even though a lot of people were like, oh, this is a kid song, and more kids liked it, there were straight men that would definitely play it in their household and everything. But once he finally came out, it's like, oh, no, he a gay rapper. That's all he's known as, a gay rapper. And his album is actually good. And so with I'll say Rothaniel, with
Jeffrey, stop drinking. No more.
with
alcohol.
Gerard Carmichael, I just feel like if he's living his truth, because again, he could be, he doesn't get final editing. But if he is living his truth, if he sees it and he's happy with it, what is his responsibility to make you comfortable? Because there are so many other gay.
But is it comfortable, safety? We were talking about safety more than comfortable. She was saying, and the people who I've heard push back are saying, we're scared that folks who are starting to learn about him and being more comfortable with learning about the gay community, if it's this heavy-handed and this vulnerable so early, it's not a safe message. It's not a safe time for him to be so heavy-handed.
So what do you mean by not safe?
Like, imagine if you were doing a reality show based in the South and you showed your hood rat cousins who make you uncomfortable around white folks and you were showing them in their full glory. And people were saying, well, the black community already has a hard time. The whole respectability politics conversation.
I was going to say, yeah.
There's certain things that all marginalized communities are nervous about sharing with the mainstream too much because it becomes unsafe because the mainstream is going to be brutal to it in a way that our community wouldn't be brutal to it.
Well, I think that what Jeff is trying to say is he's at the point where he don't care.
That's true.
And also, it's just that whole, because I watch a lot of reality TV, it's like that whole debate against, like, Housewives of Potomac. They ghetto because they fighting. Beverly Hills is fighting, throwing drinks as well. Is it classy fighting? And so it's the same thing with quote unquote gay and straight media because Gerard is being more just like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. I know he had the grinder hookups and all that stuff in it. It's like, oh, is this too much for straight people to take? But when we watch quote unquote straight or heterosexual film and television, they hooking up. Diarra got digged down. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with Diarra from Detroit.
You clearly are because this is the third reference.
Right, I'm so sorry. I ain't picked up. Me and Lou just watched it before.
Really, I actually want to start it this week.
But I will rewatch it.
Okay, yay.
But and that part is not even a spoiler. It's literally
Dick is never a spoiler.
Yeah, so just getting digged down and she goes on her adventures. It's like, well, damn, why is a straight woman doing this, sex and this and that? It's too much. Like, you got to ease the people into it. So it's just, I feel like because mainstream gay is quote unquote new, relatively new, and accepted in the last decade or so, you know, with Drag Race and all these other shows and music
it's
and
been about
things.
15 years, yeah.
It's still, because it's new, it's like, ooh, is this acceptable? But it's like, literally, turn on Zeus or turn on
You see areolas on Zeus.
anything. Yeah. And the straight folks is fucking and hooking up too. They all on Tinder too.
No, it's fair because one friend that I asked about this because I was preparing for this and asking people who were straight, very specifically their opinion because I wanted to see how it was being received by them. And one girl said, "I'm very pro the gay community. I love the gay community, and watching it made me realize I had subconscious bias against gay sex." Mm-hmm. She said, I watched the sex scenes and I was shocked by how uncomfortable I was.
Because she was taught.
And she was like, and I had to ask myself, would I be this uncomfortable with a straight couple? And she was like, I'd be slightly uncomfortable, but honestly not as this uncomfortable. Yeah. And so in a weird way, it is making people confront their homophobia because one thing to say that you're okay with something, it's another thing to say that you're okay with looking at it.
And that's, it's funny that you bring that up because I feel like Tyler, the Creator, is an interesting choice because I don't know if you guys ever follow him on social media, but he's like constantly like trolling and making like gay references and like all, like super hyper heterosexual masculine man. He's always like trying them like, yeah, we looking for butt sex and da da da.
I heard he was bi.
Not according to that clip. Like
no, they said that he was trolling in that clip. I said he's big straight.
Well, I don't think he said he never said he was straight. I think that was
he did say it.
No, it was a double entendre. He said I'm big straight on this, and they were like, on what?
On
the plate on me.
He didn't say straight in my sexuality. I think
like
he
I'm
just
straight
like,
on you.
I'm cool on this.
Yeah, it's a double
because
entendre.
also I honestly, and I'm sorry, I just think it was a thing of I'm not attracted. I'm not into you.
Well, I heard that he only dates skinny white boys.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard, and so I do think is not that I'm not straight. And he might be bi, whatever. It's just I'm not into you, friend. That's the hardest conversation to have. Oh, that shit is so hard to have.
He was like, I like dick. I like dick, just not yours.
It's just and that's what's that movie? He's just not that into you.
Here's the thing about him saying big straight. Do you know how savage it is to use a double entendre to reject somebody? You basically rejected him twice in one sentence. Like, I'm big straight on you. Like, wow.
And see, when I heard that, that's why I'm like, he didn't say straight. I'm like, I heard him say straight, but I took it as I'm cool on you.
I thought he was trying to say he was a straight man.
He was intentionally doing both.
I understand that.
He was doing both. That's how brilliant his rejection was. Like, you doing bars while you rejecting me?
You jerk.
You asshole. Are you freestyling a fucking rejection? Speaking of freestyle,
I love Tyler, the Creator.
I do too. I love him so much.
I listen to his music.
I
know
really
of him, but I never actually taken time to listen to his music.
I like his persona more than I like his music. There's some people who I like the persona so much, I don't even care what their music sounds like.
I like his music. I liked his music more. It's funny, like, we're completely digressing, but they had this show.
This is the homosexual hour.
Right.
It's the homosexual.
There's this show on Hulu. I can't remember, but it's like sponsored by Spotify, and it's named Rap Caviar, I think.
Yeah, Rap Caviar.
So Tyler, the Creator, had an episode about like his career and like all his process, the way he thinks, all the things he does, and like he's way more calculated than the goof troop that he portrays a lot of the time. And it made me start listening to his music because he's won like a few Grammys, and so I was like, oh, and his music is really good, and I do like his persona as well, and I think it's hilarious when he be like pressing up on the streets and making sexual.
You got a
say,
big butt.
I
like your cheeks.
I mean,
smile. I like your face.
If nothing else, I do think that Gerard Carmichael helped make Tyler more attractive. I ain't never paid attention to Tyler, Creator, but then when he was, I was like,
no, what is it about rejection that makes the person rejecting attractive? We are toxic as hell. We have a new segment on the show called Toxic But Accurate. When someone says no, you're like, ooh, but why you got the right to say no?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that Gerard is more attractive than Tyler. But Tyler looks
Jeffrey
taller.
I've been watching Gerard for years. I was such a big fan. I was so hurt when the Carmichael show got canceled.
I love Gerard, yeah.
We played when his coach, that's why I hope when we did 25 Words or Less, the girl that was with the other girl, that was his co-star. I was so mad we didn't get her.
His co-star annihilated us on our game show, but that's fine.
Because we had fucking Andy Richter.
Fucking Andy Richter.
Yeah, and I said it publicly this time.
We lost $60,000 because of fucking Andy Richter.
Andy Richter.
It's fine. Sorry, me and Jeffrey are going to work
we
through
digress.
That. Okay, it's sad. I will never watch Conan again. Is Conan even on the air?
No.
Good. Retroactive karma. Sorry, that's the thing. God knew Andy Richter was going to fuck me over and cancel your show. No, I think Tyler, the Creator, has an attractive personality that makes him sexy. Because, sexy, we've talked about this before on the show, controversial but brave take. You don't have to be attractive to be sexy.
I didn't find him sexy. I didn't get enough to be sexy. I just found, finally, I was like, I can see the
Let
attraction.
the record show that Jeff has very high standards.
I gotta
We
talk
all
to
know
you.
that you are a
Yes.
shady, shallow hoe.
Listen, we need
The
very
shadiest
shallow.
and the shallowest of the hoes.
Yes, please.
I am a
no
very
one is meeting up with his
nice and
standards.
respectable
Nobody
young
said you weren't
man.
nice. We said you were shady and shallow.
Yes. You
be-
are shallow, Jeff.
I love his fake shock face. He's like, oh, he's like, how dare you
But
hit me
what
with the
is
truth?
shallow?
He's like,
Shallow
Gotcha.
is not you ugly.
Right.
Shallow.
or he real ugly.
Oh, he real ugly. Damn. He got face for radio. Shit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anything to say, Miss Mama?
I need a tissue.
I missed you
What
guys
about
so
you?
much. And here's the thing about doing the show that I love so much is that the camaraderie, you can't fake it. Mm-hmm. And I, was dealing with a whole bunch of pod drama that I will not get into on this show. And one of the things that I've realized is it is a luxury to be able to do creative work with people that you sincerely like when the check is not involved.
Yeah,
That's a luxury.
it is.
There are so many people in this industry who are only friends because a check is
The
involved.
majority of reality TV stars.
Yeah. Did y'all go to Kendall's party last night?
I didn't, because I had just got back in town, and yesterday was
Yeah.
my meal. I cooked all day. I was so tired.
By the way, happy birthday to Kendall. Kendall, we adore you and love you so much. The only reason I couldn't make it to Kendall's party was because my flight was delayed by 5 hours.
Ooh, that's
5
aggressive.
hours. And 3 hours in, a Ukrainian man started to attack the black ticket agent.
Oh,
Yeah,
The
he
thing-
was,
on the ground.
no, not Ukrainian, Russian. I mean, I get those two mixed up. Get myself in trouble. A Russian man started yelling to the black gate agent, and at first I thought it was just that he didn't speak English. Whatever. I don't want to be xenophobic. Then I very much started to realize it's because she's a black woman. You know, you could tell that they're talking to you.
They still doing that?
yeah, of
yeah,
course.
of course they're still doing that.
Every day, B.
And so 20 minutes in, he bombarded the line, cut everybody, and just cussed her off for 20 minutes straight. I was eating a salad of questionable freshness. So I was like, let me pick on this salad. And when I was done eating my salad, he was still yelling when I took my headset off. So I had to get up in front of all these men in line to chin check him, tell him not on my fucking watch, and call security on him. The thing that made me upset was everybody watching this lady get berated for 20 minutes. I, another black woman, was
Why
the
didn't
only
she
woman
call it them herself?
That's what I was thinking, too.
because the flight was an hour behind because the door of the plane was broken and they had to get a mechanic.
Yes.
So she was too busy doing the I'm scared, I'm sorry, because a plane having a fucking door broken is scary. By the third hour, she'd been beat down so much by various
Just
people.
different people, yeah.
She had no fight left in her, and he was like basically pummeling her verbally. I'm looking at grown ass men, other women, couples, children, families. They're all watching her be berated. And it broke my heart that I was the only one who spoke up. And once I spoke up and I was like, this is not right. This is really fucked up. What the hell are you doing? Move. And like told him to move and they had called security.
Yeah.
That's when suddenly her boss comes in, tells her to take a 10-minute mental health break. And suddenly when she comes back, everybody's kinder to her. It's almost like I had to shame them by pointing out that she was a person.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about people. It's people in trial. I used to be a flight attendant. And it's something about when people arrive at the airport and go through the TSA, it must be a zapper in there that just...
Your humanity leaves you
like
out.
it leaves you. Because everybody's fine until they pass through the security check. And it's just like you have forgotten all civility, period. And I get it. Flying is stressful. You are in this thing in the air that's floating you with Boeing and everything going on.
I was thinking about the
Child.
when they said she literally said the door on the plane has been fixed. We think, but we need another half an hour to make sure. I said I don't want to get on this.
I'm
plane.
like, it's stressful enough. And then if you got kids or you got to pay, you hungry, traveling is stressful. I get it. But common decency, like, why do people lose that? If I'm the gate agent, I'm clearly not flying the plane. I'm not
It's
building
not her
the plane.
fault. The
I'm
plane's
just checking
broken.
you in. Why are you yelling at me? Sir, I can't get you to Omaha no faster.
You know what she said that made me get up? She said, I can't say what I want because I need this job.
Oof.
And that's when I said, like, I know that feeling. Something about that hit me in my heart, like rent is due.
That's
Mind you,
why I started working for myself.
exactly. And mind you, this was April 1st, so it's the first of the month, and you're being
Yeah.
yelled at by 45 people for 5 hours straight.
Sure.
And she's like, sir, I don't speak Russian. Dashkavanya. I don't know anything. She was just saying every Russian word she could think of. And I was like, damn, sis, I got to help you.
There's a Russian in Diara from Detroit.
You know what? I'm going to watch DR Detroit with these people and get back to you for the birthday episode.
And I promise you, I'm not getting paid for it. I really just think it's a very,
You're
it's
right.
a very well written show.
Stop talking. We need to start getting paid for shit. But no, you know what ended up happening though? We get on the flight, and before we get on the flight, I was like, hey, I just need you to know I'm, one of the elite members. So if there's an opportunity for upgrades, I'm on that list. She's like, no problem, sis. I said, and thank you for everything that we're doing. I go to sit back down. Suddenly, everybody after her starts saying thank you every time she helps them. And it was shocking to me how much shame and kindness, when used properly, are contagious. I get on the plane. I'm sitting in my Comfort Plus seat, minding my business, and all of a sudden we're about to close the door, and we hear a knock on the door that's now fixed.
Oh.
I hope it's a different plane. Sis comes rushing into the flight. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? I thought you were somewhere crying in the bathroom because we're finally on the plane. Mind you, 5 hours late, okay? So we're leaving at the time we're supposed to be arriving in LA. She comes rushing right towards me. I was like, hey, what's up, sis? She's like, okay, you're Miss Telusma, right? I was like, yeah. She's like, thank you for early. I was like, no problem. She's like, get up. I was like, why? She took me to the last seat in Delta One.
Oh.
She was like, I wanted to make sure that you had a better seat.
Oh,
That's so
see,
nice.
And I almost started crying. Okay, I'm not gonna cry.
I tell you, kindness goes very far.
It
I almost started
does.
sobbing. She was like, no, I found out there was one seat left and I had to get on to make sure that you got it. And I was like, oh my God.
I feel like there needs
that's
to be a
nice.
class. I don't know if high school or college, but people need to be required to work a customer service job
Yeah.
for at least 3 months.
Oh, damn, Jeffrey.
Because you can
They'll
always
start
go in.
tricking.
No, you can
They'll
go in and
start
quit.
tricking.
You can go in and quit, but when you have to do it for whatever
Yeah.
reason, it's like you just unlearn kindness. Like I don't care what it is, whether I'm doing clothes shopping, food, restaurant, airport, anything. My first thing when I go up to someone working customer service is, "How are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like I always say, because they greet you, welcome to whatever, how you doing, but whatever. I say, I'm good. How are you today?
It takes so little, but it makes me sad to realize how little kindness people receive. Not niceness, because niceness is performative, but actual kindness. I was walking past a lady recently at brunch, and she was in my way. I said, excuse me, love, I'm just going to move your chair so that I can get through. And she was like, nobody called me love but my late husband. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, I don't know why everybody's emotional around me.
I just checked a friend for calling a waitress. Did he say sweetheart, sweetie?
Okay, sweetheart is different.
I think he might have said sweetie.
A man look at Lulu's face. Lulu got tight. She's
I
like,
forgot, but this is the thing. So this is last week when I was in Atlanta, so it's in the South,
oh, that's different.
right?
That's
I'm here in LA, and so we were at Waffle House because it's very late, very very late, and the waitress took our order and everything, and I just remember when she walked away and something. He's like, "Oh, and thank you, sweetie," and I think it was sweetie. It might have been something else, and I was like, how you know she wants you to call her sweetie? And he's like, well, what you mean? We in the South, that's what we do. And I was like, okay, but how you know that she wants, she doesn't mind that? Like, you just assume that she can be called sweetie.
I feel like all of it can be misinterpreted
All
if
of
they
it.
really want to.
Yeah.
Because then when we call her back, we actually asked her, and she was like, oh, yeah, no, that's what we do down here. So she was completely fine with it.
Sweetie and ma'am are things that don't travel well elsewhere, but work very much well in the South.
But
Yeah.
'Cause don't ma'am me after 40. I'm
Do
going to cuss you
not.
the fuck out.
You will get cussed out.
I will cuss you the fuck
For
out.
sure,
I am not
cussed
your
out.
ma'am. Okay, say that to your mama.
I ma'am people.
That means you're calling them old.
Yes.
Yes.
That's-
yes, old bitch. Excuse
Yes.
me.
Excuse me, old lady.
Excuse me, old bitch. That's what ma'am means when you're outside of the South.
Yeah,
Right.
it does.
A very cute man called me ma'am. I said, excuse me, sir.
Right.
I said, the fuck? Popped. I said, the fuck? He was like, oh my God. I said, the fuck is wrong with you?
Why are my eyes watering?
You can ma'am these nuts.
Oh, my God.
Damn, these nuts. Jesus.
That's the name of the episode.
Oh,
Right.
my eyes going to be red on
So
this
far,
episode.
we got America's what? America's side piece?
Yes.
And ma'am
Man,
these
these nuts. Lord.
Because that's the way. Like, well, I spent 4 years in Jackson, Mississippi. and
Okay,
so
well, where are you now? You
I'm
need a
in
GPS.
LA. But I feel like
You better act like it.
I see it as a sign of respect.
What if they had an app and it was like a GPS to show what things not to say in different regions?
Where does
different
ma'am
regions,
end? Yes.
Because let me tell you, I was so offended for that young lady, the waitress, that he called her sweetie.
Yeah, no, sweetie's weaponized heavily on the coastal states.
And so when she
New
came
York,
over,
LA, don't sweetie me.
and
I'll
when
fuck you up.
she came over, she's like, "Oh, I'm fine with it." I was like, "Oh,
I called, I teach yoga sometimes. I called this woman Babe in class.
Oh,
and
wow, Lulu.
And she,
Lulu.
no, but I just be like, Babe, just step up like a little bit. Like it was like something like that.
That's very Cali casual.
Yeah, so like it wasn't like, yeah, babe, what's up?
Yeah.
What's happening? Like
Okay.
I was like saying it like,
Okay.
just move your leg up, like babe, just move your leg up a little. It was like that.
I don't say babe unless I want to sit on your face. So I've never said babe casually. Like
I'll say
What?
babe unless
yeah, we doing it. So, remember it's a tourist thing. I'll say babe unless I want you to say something else.
we are."
Apparently she thought
Together.
accosted as well because she complained about that. That I
call
said
her
that.
babe?
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Did she think you were homosexual?
Maybe.
She's like that tall dyke. Called me
I saw her book bag in the corner.
back.
Had plans for me.
She came in here with her backpack and called me babe.
Unhand me.
Get your hands
Get your hands off me. You tall whore.
You tall bulldagger.
We're not doing
Oh my God, have y'all seen Hoochie Daddies on Tubi?
No, but I've heard about Hoochie Daddies. Hoochie Daddies is a lesbian
No, lesbian is putting it politely.
studs. Okay, they all got backpacks.
Baby.
They are sponsored by Toomey Backpacks. No, that just scrambled my brain when you said, yeah, that's a lot. I think the word that I use that I've learned that is conditional is bet.
Is what?
Bet. Like
Bet.
Sometimes I'm like bet.
Yeah, bet.
No, I've heard that people want to fight when they hear bet.
Really?
Sometimes people,
Damn, look at Lulu. Yeah.
some people do think that he's like, what you mean bet? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like,
Bet. See, me and Jeffrey are the same person. Like
right.
bet. I said bet to somebody from Inglewood. It didn't go well. She's like, a word? You got something else you want to say? I said, no, I thought bet was the end. The fuck, bet just means we're good.
See tomorrow, bet.
Right. I asked Bridget yesterday. I was like, Bridget, is bet a thing? She's like, no, New York, you say bet. Like, it's like bet, bitch. Let's fight. I'm like,
Really?
really? Jeffrey, I think it's because we're cute. Because apparently we should have got
I've
our
been
ass
sliding with it all the look, okay? But I've lived in all the I haven't lived on the upper East Coast, but I've lived in all the regions to learn the different lingo.
I've been saying bet to everybody. Because my thing is, I ain't got nothing else to say. You made your decision. What the fuck am I going to say after that? Somebody broke up with me.
So was
said,
it combative though in those instances?
It is surrender. Like
y'all-
bet.
Do y'all
Bet does
cause-
not sound like surrender.
No, bet's like bet. Whatever you say, homie.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
like
got-
bet.
I got
Yeah,
you.
bet is like
It does not sound like
cool. It's like
surrender.
I understand.
Somebody broke up with me, and when we
And
were
you said
together,
bet.
I was like, bet. He's like, I don't think this is working. I was like, a bet. Bet.
That means I get it. Cool.
Bet.
That does not
I'd
sound
be like, oh,
surrender.
bet. Oh no, now that's one. I would more not be like bet like you want to fight, but I'd be like, oh, bet like you that damn cool with it.
No, oh, bet is definitely take off your earrings. I just say bet, lowercase, no cap locks with a period. Bet. It's over. Like, I have nothing else to add to this.
Like when they say, oh, my Uber's on the way, I'm like, bet.
Oh, okay, I'm on the wrong side of history. If America's side pieces agree with me,
Right.
I might have to jump ship. Jeffrey, you actually
Well,
talked me out of bed.
do y'all, because we got Boston, Detroit, Chicago, are there like any words that you, not necessarily like bet that are, could be combative, but words you say that people constantly correct you on, but you will not stop saying?
Homosexual. I'm sorry.
Like I say
don't think that's
finna,
how everybody
right?
says it. I think that's a blue thing.
I say-
Yes, and
I-
I enjoy it because the X is so rough. I like homosexual. You know what I mean?
See.
It's like if you massage the gay in.
Like
Heterosexual.
Heterosexual. I say finna all the time. People constantly like finna. What is that? What is that finna? I have been saying finna forever.
Finna is okay. They must be
You'd be
babies.
surprised how many people do not say finna and are
Really?
offended by me saying
Really?
finna. Yes.
Really?
I'm always corrected.
I
on
like
finna.
minus well. MINUSWELL. Minus well.
I do hear you say that a lot, actually.
Damn.
I never want to correct you because I just feel because I guess I get what you're saying.
Wow,
No,
wow.
you say that a lot, Blue.
No, wow. Okay, you a damn fucking lie. You a fucking lie.
You do say that. I just figured. I got a friend.
You got a speech impediment?
Because I have a friend. I literally have a friend who cannot say.
say that a lot, Blue.
This is
It's a joke. I can speak English.
Blue. I've heard you say might as well.
I know, but it's a joke. I'm in on the joke, friend. I can speak
Oh,
English.
friend.
He's like, sure, Jan.
Okay. That was not meant to be shady.
Jeffrey, what the fuck? The cosign.
Oh,
okay,
that's
so we
so
are calling this
funny.
America's favorite side piece because you are wow. I say minus well because it's a throwback to the
Specific. The
No,
Pacific
no,
Ocean.
Pacific means you can't read, but this is different. Minus well was a joke that we used to say on the original Twitter. So all the OG online folks,
hot.
we used to always say minus well as a joke. So it's like an ironic joke. We're doing it on purpose. I didn't realize that the younger folks thought that we just had speech
Well, I
impediments.
ain't that much damn younger.
He's like, I'm old too, bitch.
Somebody call me sir. Children call me sir.
What is children?
Like high school, because you know I like mentor sometimes.
No, I don't. What the fuck are you talking about? When the fuck this nigga gonna become
That was the first.
Who was letting you around some children?
Okay.
We have Jeffrey School for Wayward Children.
Jeffrey's full of shit because ain't nobody on this couch or that be.
I have been called sir several times by.
No, who are you mentoring? You're not
You're not going to scoop past that.
What the fuck? Who the fuck is giving you kids to mold? Jeffrey, no.
Ooh, ain't our time ran out.
Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck is in these drinks.
Oh
Never
my
again.
God.
You're not bringing this to New York. Whatever is in this drink, we're gonna get kicked out on
man.
Canal Street. So Jeffrey, you're mentoring children.
From time to time, I was very actively involved in a program. The program's called Stepping in the Right Direction, and we used to take high school students from California and Nevada. We would take them on Black college tours.
What year was this?
I did it for like 3.5 years consistently from, when did I move to LA? Probably like 2012, maybe to like 15.
So you went from mentoring to fuck them kids.
No!
Jeffrey, you said that at least once an episode.
Not those kids that I mentored.
Oh, other people's kids. Okay, got it.
They were above 21.
No, what she meant, fuck them kids, she meant like you don't
Oh
have
yeah, fuck
kids.
them kids. No,
Yes.
baby, I don't like babies. Oh yeah, I don't like babies. No, see that's why.
Fuck them kids.
He said, absolutely fuck them
Yeah.
kids.
Oh yeah, I don't like babies. I don't like things that cannot talk to me and communicate how they're feeling.
Some adults can't do that, Jeffrey.
And
Differently
I don't
able.
deal with that either.
Oh shit. Okay.
But
you know what?
no, you know I like teenagers because they think they know every
No,
damn
'cause
thing.
you still are one.
But see, feeling like one but knowing life, it's like y'all think y'all know everything.
Since you know every damn thing.
And
Since you got
sometimes-
a degree.
right?
You got a
Yeah.
degree and you know every
But let me
damn
tell you,
thing.
Blue Tasha, sit with a teen. You've done it.
I
Listen,
have.
Lutasha,
I coach a
sit with a
volleyball team.
teenager and let them explain to you why some shit sound like a good idea. You gonna
Lutasha
laugh.
called her students retarded, and then we had to bleep it. We had to bleep it out.
You can't say that no more.
You go have to believe it now again.
Yeah, right. The 90s were fun.
Self-help where? Therapy who?
It's so many things I hate. I understand the offense, but at the same time, it's like you have to understand how, as kids and in the 90s when we didn't know better, we weren't saying things to offend. It was just
People
like,
in the 60s have the same thing. Freddie, I called him a nigger. I mean, but I didn't know any better. It was the 60s. Jeffrey, we're not allowed to use that excuse.
they ain't the only one we ain't allowed to use. I
Oh.
ain't digging back into my bag of
Well,
bag of
speaking of
slurs.
questionable
bag of slurs.
a bag of slurs. Why the fuck do you have a bag of slurs?
Childhood.
Okay.
Oh my
well,
God.
speaking of questionable life choices that started in the 90s, Diddy.
Ooh.
How's that for a segue?
I'd rather you talk about Tyler.
Right. Let's go back to Tyler.
You said questionable choices, children, and 90s. I heard Diddy. So, what do we think about Diddy sending his drugs off on a plane allegedly while his kids were being handcuffed and he was hiding in the bushes with blue shorts on, pacing back and forth? That's my way of encapsulating what happened. You all know what happened.
Y'all
You all got
want
Wi-Fi. Not talking about Diddy.
Y'all might need it.
Wait a minute,
might need it
Lulu. Y'all, the show's about to end. Y'all about to get drunk before the end of the show.
Keep
So
going.
keep going, Blue. We listening.
Okay, so
She has her cup. She
Right.
was like,
Yes, look up over
okay.
it. So as you guys know, Sean P. Diddy, Dr. Love, Mr. Young Miami Sr. has been raided by the police in his homes in L.A. and Miami. His children were seen being handcuffed. He, on Easter, made no mention of it and just posted a picture of his latest child as if nothing had happened. He also allegedly paid paparazzi to show pictures of him and his two twin daughters laughing and smiling as if nothing has happened. He has not formally been charged with anything, but we all know the feds don't show up unless they got something and think you got even more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, R. Kelly has come out and said, I'm
Who?
R. Kelly has come out and said, I find this hard to believe. Basically, how I didn't get in it. You know what I mean? Because R. Kelly's like, what's happening? So when R. Kelly's speaking out to defend you and is the only person speaking out to defend you,
Danger.
He'd already been in jail. Let's not bring Mystical into it
Right,
either.
right. Mystical-
He's done his time.
Mystical got his own problems. As someone who has affiliations that are 1 degree, if even that, away from Diddy and several of his cases, I have to recuse myself from saying too much because I don't want to get sued or in trouble because I can't afford that. We just finally got back into the studio. But what do y'all think about what's happening? Because in LA, I got at least 5 texts from people saying, shit, I used to party in that backyard. This is awkward. What do y'all think about what's happening with Diddy? Do you think this is going to finally be what takes him down?
Maybe. I think that probably most of it is true, but people are saying
She said
that,
most of it is probably true.
I mean, listen, ever since what was that show, Making the Band, when he was making them walk to Brooklyn and do all kinds of stuff, I'm like, he's got a sick mind.
Yeah.
This is just the stuff they could show.
Right.
But
Stuff white people were okay with showing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that like people have been saying their conspiracy theories about like there's like just a huge pedophile ring like with celebrities and the upper echelon and the 1%ers, and Diddy is they're like, I don't know if they're gaining on them or what, but like Diddy is like the fall guy, and they were saying they went to his house to destroy evidence, not really get anything, because like there are people who are like trying to make sure they're like, okay, look at Diddy, He's the rapist.
Oh wow!
And then so
Allegedly, we want to stay on air.
Allegedly.
Thank you for your time, Lulu. Jeffrey, damn, Lulu. What do you
Well,
think?
Unlike Latasha, I believe all that shit.
Damn, allegedly.
But I guess it's a couple of things. Like, I mean, unfortunately, men with power are just disgusting. And we know this time and time again, not even just celebrities, just even more private citizens. Something about power, just you always want more.
Yeah.
And it's just like more sometimes mean dumb shit. Like, I've always been like, even not just Diddy, but all of these men, like, y'all are rich. Do you know how many people would drop their draws for you? Period. You ain't got to drug them. You ain't got to lie to them. You ain't got to traffic them.
But there's no power dynamic in that. They like the
And
feel superior.
And that's the
Jeffrey's point,
sad.
yeah.
That's the sad part. It's just like, yeah. If he's found guilty, I'm nowhere near surprised about anything they're accusing him of.
Yeah. And poor Usher's catching strays because they're going digging through the archives for the Usher clips.
Right. Well, Usher found, when he went over there with Russell Simmons, I was like, okay, so you're doing a lot. But
he was groomed by Diddy allegedly since he was 13, so it's normalized for him.
I also think there are. I think Diddy probably did a lot of the shit that he is allegedly being accused of.
And now you say allegedly after you say,
but also kind of like we were just saying, I think unfortunately there are some things back in the day that was at the time acceptable or not. We didn't understand that this is wrong. That it's like.
No, I think we always knew it was wrong. I thought we were hiding it. I think we always knew it was wrong. We just didn't think nobody else would care enough to call us out.
Yeah, I feel like the same as with R. Kelly. Like, everybody knew about it. No one
But
was
that's
doing
different.
about
He's
it.
peeing on little girls.
But they still... But
Sex trafficking? Do you know that's
No, I
not...
ain't talking about the No, I'm talking about the laundry list of everything that he's accused for. Just like if he called somebody the R word that we got to blank out from earlier in the episode, they could become like, yeah, he called me this. This is added to. You know what I mean?
I think vernacular is very different than deeds that you know to hide for 30
Yeah.
years.
Now, sex trafficking and drugging and assaulting, those things, yeah, it's no
His bodyguard
misinterpretation
came
there.
out and said that when Identity Kane came out, he picked the girls that he thought he could traffic. And that he literally talked about after the second album, I'm going to traffic those girls. His people in his team who've been substantiating a lot of claims have come out and said that he always planned to do that show to sex traffic Aubrey and the other girls, but Aubrey had a big mouth and she was not a convenient victim. And it saved them from potentially being sex trafficked. So the fact that he's that sinister where he's telling their families and their parents, I'm going to make a star of your daughter, and the whole time he's planning to traffic them, there's an old saying, everything in life is about sex except for rape. Rape is about power. So this has nothing to do with actual sex. I think it's the feeling of I can make you do things that are so deviant that they defy human decency.
And we're going to start with making you go to Junior's to give me the cheesecake.
Yeah. to Lulu's point earlier, that was a hint of how inhumane he could be for no reason.
no reason.
Yeah, but at the time, I guess it was like, oh, you're on TV, so you're doing this for show. It seemed like,
Yeah.
oh, this
That's
is
what
more
it
like.
seemed, and that's how he lived his life.
Yeah, I'm curious how many people off camera, period, have had to probably make that walk. Because I feel like that ain't just the first time he's made somebody do that.
Absolutely not. And also, shout out to Sloan Bella. She's a psychic who, has...
Allegedly. Sorry.
I'm not saying allegedly.
No, I'm saying make somebody walk to Junior's.
Oh, yeah, you try to cover that up.
Yeah.
Now you want to cover things up? I just said he did it, y'all.
Listen.
Y'all know he did everything.
Do I believe it? I believe it. Can I say it's true? I cannot.
Okay, Jeffrey, gets a good way to clean it up because
There we
our
go.
lawyers are not existent. So there's a psychic named Sloan who predicted that the Cassie case would hit November around Kim's anniversary of her death. She was correct. She also predicted around the same time that Diddy would get raided around Easter. She was correct. She says, and she claims that Diddy's been sending out psychological warfare to get back at her, but she's not scared because she already lost her son from making predictions. She's like, my son was killed because I make really accurate predictions. I have nothing left to lose as a mother. Sloan and people like her beg the question, though, right? Because if she's correct, she keeps on saying that she thinks Justin Bieber is going to be involved because of what Diddy has done to her. And now people have pulled up a lot of clips about Justin Bieber that probably explain why he ran to Christ recently. Like, no, seriously. That makes me nervous because Justin Bieber then brings in the Usher of it all. You know what I mean? And then the whole, there's like a slippery slope once you start getting into different acts. What do we think? Because my gut tells me, as a psychic, this is the year of the reckoning. This is the first quarter, guys. We just started Q2 yesterday. Yeah. So the fact that the second quarter of the year just started and all this clusterfuck has already happened in Q1, we have 3 more Qs for those who can count left in this year. I don't think it ends with Diddy.
I mean, Dan Schneider is up.
Dan Schneider been up.
But they ain't put him in jail.
They put his ass in jail. He's still
Right,
walking
he's
around.
still walking around.
Yeah.
And he looks like, I'm sorry. Let me not go there.
He looks
real
like somebody's
ugly.
auntie who can make
He
good
looked
potato
like somebody
salad.
that would touch little kids.
Oh, wow.
Allegedly.
Wow.
Allegedly.
He superseded
It's not
my expectations.
alleged.
Come
Wow,
on now.
wow.
Well, right, at this point, it ain't alleged. But
By the way, we're talking
you
about
know,
Quiet on Set, the documentary about Nickelodeon and
know
the
when your-
dastardly acts of Dan Schneider, allegedly.
when your parents, would leave you like, don't talk to that man. That you don't talk.
He does look like he has a white van and he wants to offer you some candy.
Yeah.
It's just so sad that like so many of those kids. I really feel bad for the kids, especially
Yeah.
like Amanda
Bynes?
Bynes. I was about to
Yeah.
call her Amanda Beard, which I think is a swimmer. Anyways, yeah, Amanda Bynes, and like she was saying that he like got her pregnant when she was 13 years old. She had to have an abortion. That is nuts.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I have never understood the attraction as an adult
It's power.
to
It's power.
to chill, like, but not even power, but like just even being attracted to.
They're attracted to
a
the power.
child. I've
Like, it has
never
nothing to do
understood
with- it's not
that.
about to
It
do
has
with
nothing
sex.
to do with sex. Perfect example, Hugh Hefner. I think the biggest documentary.
An 80-year-old man attracted to a
No,
25-year-old girl.
It was-
I
he
can
wasn't-
get that.
No, he wasn't 80. The biggest documentary that has never gotten the airtime that I think it
the
deserves was the
Playboy.
Playboy documentary. I went to the bathroom for 2 minutes and missed 3 rapes. That's how salacious it was. And in the documentary, a woman who was his partner for several years said he got tired. There was nothing disgusting left to do to the female body. Then he just started fucking on men because they had different body parts.
Yeah.
Then she said at one point, I had to hide the dog because he was just running out of things. Jeffrey's face.
Jesus Christ.
He was running out of things to fuck.
He was running out of, he was running out of depravities. Like, he was running out of weird things to do because he's like, I've done everything I could do to a woman. I'm not even gay, but I done made this nigga cry. His best friend, allegedly, business partner. And now where's Fido? So it has nothing to do with sex.
I guess I ain't that. I ain't got that 31 million yet, so I don't
Jeffrey,
know
no, I hope you never-
how bored I could get. Like,
I hope you never have that 31 million if that's what happens.
do you know how after I'm done having sex with my age appropriate partner, because they might be 25, they might be 40.
Jeffrey's
but
sharing a lot. America's favorite side piece.
I'm just calling my friends to go. I'm calling y'all. Like, let's go to brunch. That's what I'm doing with my time. What I'm doing with my money. Like, I'm taking y'all out. Let's go.
You're so easy
to
breezy.
Tahiti.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get ran through and then call my girls and see what they do for
I
brunch.
just don't understand.
You're not.
I don't understand. And again, that's why I can't sympathize or anything. I don't understand the attraction of an adult woman or man to specifically, because I know it's people talking, the Drea of it all, but again, he's illegal.
Yikes, uh-huh.
But I'm specifically speaking about minors and
Yeah.
people that are not of age.
It is the power.
I do
It's
not
power.
understand. I
It's
the
don't
power.
understand.
It's not sexual at all.
It's the power.
It's not sexual at all. It's about power.
I'm gonna end this since we're here. I want to end it somewhere that's a little bit more consensual, less criminal, and less deep and dark.
I know.
Speaking of kinks,
Here we go.
let's talk
You
about
back
the
to
clean.
fucking the Kirk Franklin?
I do not fuck Kirk Franklin. My praise kink means I like you to tell me I'm cute, not sing Kirk Franklin stomp. The fact that you still. Speaking of kinks, y'all know I have a praise kink or whatever. Tell me I'm cute and I smell good because it's true. So another kink that I've identified recently is I don't mind. I like being territorial. But it's ironic territorial. I'm not a jealous person at all. Like, if she wants you, she can have you, then let her have you. But for some reason, I like the idea of mine. I know it's a Taurus thing. It's an Earth sign thing. Mine. I like knowing it's mine. That's my kink. So, like, whenever I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, yeah, I'm a little territorial. I'm not jealous. I'm not clingy, but I am territorial. They're like, are you working on that? I said, no, it's part of my kink. Mine.
Is it a kink? I'm the same way. And I
Yeah,
don't
mine.
think it's kink.
But, like, do you have anything like that that could be considered toxic, but you acknowledge and accept it and embrace it as just something that turns you around and arouses you? Because I love being territorial. I'm gonna say mine till the day I die. Mine.
I have to think about it.
I know, right?
I know there's something.
You're a Cancer, isn't it? Feelings and shit.
No, that's not a kink.
that
And it's
ain't
not
kink.
toxic for us to be loving.
Being clingy, okay. Being clingy can be considered toxic.
I don't think cancers are clingy. We're emotional, but like that, we're not clingy. We're just we love hard and
You all say
we
that.
hate hard.
Oh yeah, you do. Like Cancer hates you. Fuck your life, huh?
Yeah, just fuck it.
Is there anything that you consider? Do you say daddy? Do you do you make little girl voices? Do you bark like a dog? Like what is it?
I'm trying to think. I know there's something like because when you were talking about the mind thing, like I know there's something, but I just
Do you like being
can't.
spanked?
You know what? I
Jeffrey, let her have her moment. You are not
Because
kink
for me,
shaming.
it's more the way Blue has. Every time, like you've been talking to Blue, is like, it's being called daddy. You like this, and Louis is still talking, but Blue's like, called daddy. You want to be spanked?
I I used to do phone sex. This comes very
Right, I love it.
You said you wanted a demonstration. I can go for 20 more minutes.
At no point did you acknowledge she was speaking. You just like, no, do you like to be spanked? She's like, Daddy, do you
Got
want
in full sex worker mode.
I did.
And I was,
She had a flashback.
This is work, okay? This is not fun. This is work. Guys. I'm on the clock. Bitch, what is your kink?
So we can get in and get out.
What is it though?
Well, I know. Well, Jeff, you go and let me think
I
about
will
it.
not
Damn, after
say
all
what
that
my
shit-
kinks are on
Why?
this public podcast. You think you got to blur the R word?
Oh, you have to be called a nigga? You wear a do-rag? Jeff likes to wear a do-rag and not pay his rent. That's his kink.
That's because the sheets are cotton.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Did you see how quiet it got? There was no denials. Wow. Mr. Hold on for a second. Okay, Jeffrey, anything else you wanna add aside from do-rags?
Let me see, what's a PG kink?
Ain't no such thing, friend.
I know, that's...
Mine is very PG.
I felt like yours is
compared to
PG.
what I was thinking.
Praise kink, that's PG.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was talking about being territorial, but yeah, sure.
I mean, territorial, I'm sorry.
Yes, and what is yours? You said yours was PG.
Well, no. I said it's not. I said saying mine, I feel like is the most PG because the things I'm thinking.
No,
I'm
the way I
like,
act out mine is...
that's where it gets.
Okay, Jeffrey, your turn.
So I got to think of the word to code it
Just
without
say
actually saying it. No, I'm not. No.
He said boundaries, bitch. Aren't you a coach? All right, so
Because then they...
go ahead, Jeffrey.
Never
The show has to wrap.
Those
Biracial
that-
Aaron has to go home. The show has to
Those
wrap.
that may feel special won't feel so special.
Oh, it's mine? Do you do do you make it seem like feel like it's theirs and it's everybody's?
That's not a kink. I thought everybody do that during sex.
Yeah, everybody does.
that's not a kink.
They do. I was just trying to get you warmed up.
She's trying to warm
I'm
you
trying to
up.
warm you up, sir. Are you not clear what I'm doing in this corner?
You're not picking up what she putting down.
Right.
Right.
I've been doing it for 20 minutes now.
Jesus Christ.
You didn't answer the question.
What's that?
You know, Jeffrey.
What is the question?
What is your kink, nigga? That's a soundbite.
Right now, honestly, I think right now my kink is living in a fantasy.
Being a side piece?
Yeah.
Being
think
America's side piece is your
I
kink.
think it's living in a fantasy right now. Like my own little fantasy world, it just...
So there's no Salulu for your Delulu, is what you're saying. Your delusions are
Yeah,
your
a
kink.
solution would be a
31 million?
partner.
Oh.
31 million or 31 million.
I like the partner one better.
A partner, but like I said, I don't know if I'm ready for the responsibility that comes because I know what it takes. I know what it takes.
When you really want it, that person doesn't even feel like a responsibility anymore. It feels like a privilege. Like, yo, I get to be with you.
Well, that's how I got my feelings hurt.
Ooh, okay. We're gonna have a very special episode of therapy with Jeffrey at one point. Maybe when you
I
come-
am human.
For those who've been watching the show and are not listening through the lens of trauma, Lulu and I predicted this 6 months ago, and so I just can't wait for the moment when we're proven correct. That you are the biggest lover boy on this couch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I because I've done this, it's the responsibility that comes with being in a relationship. I don't know if I'm ready for that
You've
yet.
done it. So you're judging your future on your past.
No, I'm judging my current on...
No. I'm saying that there's a version of love that you haven't experienced yet that would make these questions mute, and just be open to that revealing itself.
Okay, but not today.
Okay, before we end, Lulu, what's your kink?
I don't know. I think maybe like I feel like this is not the same as like what you were saying.
No
but
disclaimers, just claim it.
I like to be told I'm cute, and I like to be overpowered.
Complimentary.
Oh, you like to be submissive.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that
Ooh,
too.
sub. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to the tall
Have
sub.
either of y'all ever done like costumes, like the French maid?
All
or...
the time. Are you serious? Sometimes I wear costumes without provocation. Like, why are you wearing that? Who are you speaking to, sir? Like, no, seriously, I love costumes. So you like to be overpowered.
Yes.
Me too. I do too.
I'm a big boy. You ain't overpowering me. I'm sorry.
I'm a big girl. Maybe that's why I like to be overpowered.
Yeah. 'Cause boys are supposed to be big. Girls get slack for it.
I'm gonna
They talk about our feet
And our backs.
and our backs and our shoe size.
borrow your kink. Let me try. Let me see. I'll report back.
Jeffrey,
I'll
you
report back.
Right,
be
try it
submissive. You be like a bull kicking somebody in the face.
I don't feel like
Get
I,
off
and
me.
again, it's not even like some people try to be all hyper masculine. Like no, I don't know. Like
Jeffrey, your favorite compliment sexually is that you fuck like a bull.
okay.
Jeffrey tells everybody at dinner parties after the third drink, and this man told me I fuck like a bull. And I'm like, and that's what I know it's time for me to call my Uber.
Maybe I need to fuck like a lamb. That's submissive.
Meh. Okay, on that note, guys, is that how we're really ending the show?
I'm a power bottom, Jeff.
You are?
You are.
Oh, the time.
No, not you, Jeff. You are.
I was like, wait, huh?
Jeff, you're a verse?
Yeah, everybody is.
I agree.
Don't believe anybody to tell you
I
that
have a
they
theory.
are not.
I think straight men are verses. I have a theory that I tested on somebody that I'm talking to. I think because most masculine identified women by others, alpha women, that we don't have to call ourselves alpha, but if you are a strong woman and who's used to being taken in charge, what is the one universal thing that we can all assume that most strong women have as a mindset about sex? I wish I could be submissive. I wish I could have my turn in being submissive. Women who even play around with having a masculine energy, I'm using air quotes on purpose, daydream of being submissive. So actual men who are held to that every day, y'all have to think about it to some degree.
Think about what?
Being submissive
Being
in
submissive?
some kind of way.
I literally know.
No, you let out your softness in other ways through your cooking.
Oh, through my
and your
cooking and that
nurturing.
type. Oh, okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
think any man who does not have an outlet for soft energy probably has some kind of sexual inclinations that he's hiding about finally letting it out. Because sex is the place where everything comes out that can't come out elsewhere. You can fuck like a bull because you get to cook and nurture elsewhere. I think the more masculine a man is,
Thank you for that free promo, Blue. In case you didn't know.
1-800 America's favorite Sidepiece. No, I think hyper-masculine men who are never allowed to publicly or socially show their softness are the ones who I can almost guarantee you have some kind of submission kink.
I can believe that.
As a full sex
I
operator,
don't.
I've seen it in hundreds of men on the phone when I was doing that.
And how different? Because I know we got to go, but
Yeah, not in real life, on the phone.
how different
I'm a lazy whore.
is kink from role play?
It's all kink. Kink is,
Or role play is kink.
kink is kink is something away from the mainstream vanilla that is not considered like normalized that turns you on.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
it's role play if, I'm doing this for you. Like, I'm not really submissive, but you feed me the lines to say I can do it. That's role playing.
It has to make
Yeah.
your dick
Versus
jump.
kink would do that. That's what kink would do because I'm into that.
But role play could be a
Latasha
kink.
saying,
It's under
I
the-
want you to choke me and smack me. I ain't into it, but okay, I'm going to do it. That's role playing.
Yeah. Role play could be a kink, but there's a lot of kink. The only kink that I personally shame is race play. Because as a black person, I have thoughts around
Yeah,
that.
Very much
Aside
so.
from race play, I'm cool with all the other kinks. All right, guys, please remember to spade and neuter your
we
dogs.
done?
Yeah, the show's over,
Why we got to be done?
That's why you coming to New York. Because in New York, I'm going to do a full 2-hour birthday blowout.
Oh,
It's going to be something, go to the house and smoke some weed and eat some food and have a good time.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. All right, if you guys want to see more, you guys please follow us so that you can get updates because who knows when the next episode's coming out. Just joking. We're trying to be more responsible. For Lulu and Jeff, you guys know how much I love you, so remind them where they can find you.
Lou_Lou19 on Instagram.
And y'all can find me on everything at Jeffro5. That's it.
That's it?
And walking downtown LA.
Oh, yeah. Jeffrey's been spotted, so now he's waiting for y'all to spot him in the street. If you see a caramel man with braids and you think it might be Jeffrey, go say hi and see if he smiles at you and offers you some macaroni and cheese. As usual, you guys can find me at Blue Centric. We're all just human beings doing human shit. I love this show. I love you guys. I love the idea of you guys being on the East Coast with me because me and Lulu spent New Year's Eve together on the East Coast, and I had me a time.
Yo.
So I'm looking for part 2. And guys, please follow us because I am keeping our promise. We are going to have a tour in October. At least New York and LA we're going to be doing in October. So please stay tuned. All right, love you. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.